Good morning, all. Welcome to today's weekly update. I'll be touching on a couple of instruments, and I want us to pay attention to what we are seeing at the moment. But I believe I made a whole lot of, stuff to teach us this area and to tell us the reason why I feel that the price will still be going up to break the top. The way this one came down was touched. Now, enough of that. So what exactly are we saying now? The price had managed again to break this top of 108 and the price sailed to 108,500. Now, what next? I believe with what we are seeing here, that this for me may mark the beginning of the diagonal to end the structure to the upside. So if indeed it's going to mark the beginning of the diagonal, so what are we going to see? So there's no question about, oh, this one making a 1 and a 2, a 3 for further decline. That is not what it is at the moment. The price had gone up to break the top. So what I can see here, like I told us, was a situation where we had a 1 and a 2. Now this for us, we felt it was like, a 3, probably a 4, the fourth wave here at this point, and the price had gone up to break the top. In between here, of course, we can see like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structure. And if this is the fourth wave here, the price had broken here. Even though price broke here, it broke it correctively. So we are going to see what is going to happen here. So if this is the beginning of the diagonal, so we may be seeing a wave 2 to the downside. And that wave 2, if indeed is a diagonal that is forming, for now, it's difficult for you to say you are going to do anything. What I can see, if it's going to be a diagonal, it shouldn't break the low of this support here at 105,800. So as a matter of fact, it should not retrace beyond 78. A break beyond 76, 78 to the downside means that it is not a diagonal. But once we take out this low, it tells you that we are in a new trend. But of course, the best thing to do is to entertain the diagonal. That's a possibility because it's still bullish. So you don't want to start selling from here, the DXY, but you are entertaining that it's going to give us a wave 2, which is going to be a 3-wave decline. And anything more than a 3-wave, if it becomes very impulsive, then you can, expect something else. But at the moment, a diagonal is what we are entertaining, that the wave 2 should not break 105,800. Now, if you look at the daily, because if it's a diagonal, we should see a 3-wave in the handing structure. We should see a 3-wave format, I think that is what it is at the moment. It's looking like a 3-wave, even on the on the 4-hour time frame. I can see that this is a pattern to this, from here up here is a pattern, from here down to this point is a pattern. That's the second wave, and this is the third wave. Let's see if the daily time frame will give us a much clearer perspective that it's a 3-wave to the upside. Let's see. Yes. We can see on the daily time frame, from the low, it's like a 1, a 2, a 3. So it's looking like that. Even if you want to break it down, anyone that wants to break anything down, yeah, trying to make up, because that's what, if you want to get sucked into counting 5 waves, you can count 5 waves to this point, but the first wave being impulsive, and the third wave in the correct Elliott format, the fifth wave should not look like this. The third wave should be highly impulsive, but of course, because it's an ending structure, and that's why we saw all these discrepancies here to call this one a wave two, a wave three, a wave four, a wave five of three. So this is a wave five of three, and this is a wave four. A wave four when we say this one is a wave two, 1, 2, like this, 3. 1, 2, and we saw a fourth wave, which looks bigger than what the second wave here is clearly showing us that the momentum has been lost and the dollar does not have that strength anymore. But it's not clear to you yet. You can't see that. And that's why you will see a fourth wave of this magnitude, which is not what you will see in a very impulsive manner anymore. So the momentum is being lost. So a three-wave 1, 2, 3. So enough of that. So if you go back to the 4-hour time frame from the daily, you can see the sign already that this is going to correct. It has broken this daily. Let me show us. So we are correcting to the downside now. The price is not going to go up again immediately to break the top. So you can see this daily candle now. It has been erased by this. So we are correcting to the downside. I don't see this breaking the top immediately. The 4-hour time frame. Back to the 4-hour time frame. So if you want to break it, of course, we can break it down to 5-wave format, but it's essentially a 3-wave. Let's see, essentially a 3-wave. So we can break it down to 1, 2, the third wave, the fourth wave, and the fifth wave here. So we can still break it down, but looking at it, it's actually a 3-wave format, 1, 2, 3. And so we're going to see another 3-wave format to the downside now. So for now, we are seeing this reaction, and this reaction tells me again on this time frame we are correcting to the upside. And so this might just be a B wave going to the upside. And if anything you want to do, you can begin to plan to sell a C wave. And this C wave should get us to around probably 50, 60. This will be a daily support, an interesting support to break. So maybe around this area, if we don't get a reaction around 106.702, then we should come a bit to the downside. So let's look at that. I've drawn so many stuff here. Yeah, so I believe we are trying to immediately market opens, we should see, a retracement. If you know how to scalp, you can see a retracement here, then to buy to around this area without breaking this area. So that's what I can see here. So this is a 50, and 61.8 is just around this support. So if price would not give us a price reaction here, I believe this is where we should get it at 78, because a break beyond here it's something else. It will be something else. A break beyond here, because I said 105,800, indeed it should be 106,135. A break beyond that, it will foment a trouble for the DXY. Yes, clearly, yeah. 106, 135. We shouldn't come to this area. This is like 88, percentile, which of course we can't afford. Price cannot afford to come here if they want to give us an ending structure. So if it's an ending structure, so I believe this is the first wave, the second wave to come. The third wave will break the top again, the fourth wave, And after the fifth wave, you can now begin to plan to say, I'm not going to give any trade. I can guide you, on how to proceed to get a trade, and that's what I've done here. Well, I'll be calling trades once we are changing properly, or if I see that, okay, if we get a reaction for the third wave, I may just give that, to begin to buy the DXY again. But for now, we are seeing a decline. So going into the euro dollar, is pretty much the same. Euro dollar index properly broke the top. The euro dollar, barely, just kissed the bottom. So here, so the bottom has not been broken here. So we can see this is the bottom here at this point. So the bottom at this point has not been broken. So he carelessly just kissed the bottom here. And so we have a formation of a 4, a 5 wave here, the fifth wave around this area, and the price is going up. So we expect also the same way. This is a 3-wave format. It's clearly also 3-wave format like this, A, B, C, and this had finished this move. So we are correcting the wave 2. We should not take this primary second. So we don't expect a break beyond 1.05950 at the moment. So price should not take that. So any opportunity to sell, that's what we're looking for. And if you want to scalp a buy to the upside, you should look for probably once the market opens, on Sunday, price should probably come to the downside to grab to finish the wave B. Then you can begin to sell, buy a wave C, that should be around this area. This area should be around 61.8 to the upside. Let me just show us exactly. This will be around, this is 50, this is 68, this is 78. So maybe price, we don't expect price may break this area, to come here. We're going to see the manner of the correction here of an ABC to the upside to grab a further sell to break the bottom. So that's what we're, so if it's going to be an any diagonal. So of course we can cut 1, 2, like 3, 4, 5 again, if you want to count, if you love Elliott like that. But looking at this red, it has become an A, B, C, which I'm going to change this red soon as an A, B, C. Our price may break the B here, around this area. Now, gold. Gold, I believe we are seeing the same thing on gold as well. This time around, everything is playing, in accordance to the DXY. So this also is like looking like a 3-wave, looking like a 3. We can make 4 with 5 waves around it. This is 1, 2, probably 1, 2 to this point. Then the third wave, the fourth, and the fifth wave, which is also, truncated without even getting here. So we are seeing an emergence of a new wave. This also may have gone up like in 5 waves format. So we may be having a zigzag to the upside on gold. And so we see 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only gold I believe that we may be going up one more time to break the top of this before we begin to correct. Other ones, I think our correction to the upside will not take the top, but this one can still break the top. And so once we get a sell, a sell setup, you may take a sell setup to come to the downside, but I don't expect that sell setup to break the low of this area. 25.90 should not be taken for now. So if you know how you can manage to, scalp the downside, you can do that. Then look for another leg, and that leg, if it's going to be a zigzag, the B wave might be a bit complex, and you have to be very careful selling it. And then we can, once we begin to get a price action to the upside, we can now buy the C wave, and the same way The C wave probably may just, this is 50, this is 61.8, and this is 78. So anything around this area, price action around this area, we are going to take it to now sell to break the bottom. So that breaking the bottom probably will go more to complete the Y leg or the C leg in the blue, if there's a blue B in the blue, and so we'll see that going further down. So that's what I can see here. On USD JPY and yen, dollar, yen, what do we see? So dollar, yen, dollar, yen, dollar, yen, we need to be more patient. So what I can see here, like I said, let me just give us a bit of that. Like I said, that we are taking this, then I don't see that this is coming right down right now. I still believe we're going to cap the top. Like this area are the area we are expecting the price to come to. So, and I believe it's still going to work like that. So I can see this as a wave 1 and a wave 2 here for now. For this is what we should see as a last wave to the upside before we begin to come down. So this is 1 for me, this is 2 for me, and this is 3, and this is the 4th wave. Then we're going to see the last wave coming to the upside, and around this area between 800 and 500. So that area of about 700 or 70 pips. That should be about 70 pips. Yeah, 70 pips. 158 and now 150 pips. Yeah, 159, 500. That area we should see reaction. But for now, this is the 4th wave. We have managed to, let me just now zoom. We have managed to break this, the 4th wave of this move. So we are seeing the 4th wave from here. And if I bring out my drawing, this should be a B wave going up, except it breaks the top. So this should be a B wave going up. Once we don't break this area for now, the price may go up, come to this area. Without breaking this area, then we're going to do the 5th wave. And these are the areas we should be expecting reactions, really, at 158, 550 area, or 600 area, 158, 600 area, or this area, let's see, this area of 159, 250, yes, or 300, yeah. 159, 300. So between 158, 600, 159, 300, before we get to even 159, 500, we should see reaction. So this is the fringe that we should be looking for reactions. Anything more than that, then there will be a big change of structure. USDJPY is near its own end. So that's what I can see here. So we just pay a close attention here. Very, very close attention. So if you're going to, once we reach this area, if you're going to manage anything, once we begin to break up again, just begin to count the wave, the 5 waves, the way it's going to deviate and begin to drop later. So the next one, I believe, is NZD-USD. That's a very complex one. Everybody, every one of them seems to be doing the same thing at the moment. So just limit your trade at them until we now see the big move and the change of structure, a change of trend. Yeah, that's when we'll now begin to say you want to trade everything. Just pick 1 or 2 instruments to trade for the Christmas and the New Year, except otherwise, if you trade too many of them, you may lose they'll be making funny structures. So This also may be going up to this because I think it's more complex than, not as straightforward as the other ones. If I go to the daily time frame, I think the moment, yeah, it start from here, so it's a bit more complex here. It's looking like a 1 and a 2. Probably we are seeing a 3, maybe a 4, and this 5 now. In this 5 now, this may just be going up without breaking this top, because the day we break 59,279, if you should break that, in fact, the day you break this area of 58,900, so that will end the downtrend. That means we are on the uptrend. But for now, we may be seeing funny structures now. This going up to give us, this may be 1, 2, 3, or the first part of the first wave to end this structure. This may go up. If it goes up and you're able to see a reactions around this area without taking this 58,900, you may take a small trade to the downside to break this bottom. So, and after we come down again and break the bottom, then we should expect the fourth wave of this ending structure. And this may not probably go more down. Looking at the impulsive wave here, like I said, I've said that when I was, like, I think I gave a video and I said this is like a WXY. It has turned out to look like that. So we had broken the 100 extension of this wave to the downside. I think we are about 127. So that's where we are reacting now. So about 127. So this is the area we are reacting. And I don't expect us to break this area. So this may be giving us a very, very, very funny, so you have to be a bit careful with it. So the decider now, it's breaking this area, will be a decider. That's a shift to the upside. Not even coming here. This area will be a decider between 0.59300 and 0.58900. I thought would be a decider breaking this area. But for now, we may go up, try to come back in this, that structure, break slightly down. Price should not break this area for now. A break out of here, it's something else. So price should not break here. So let's be careful. Let's just begin to follow this. If it goes up without breaking this area, like I said, this area here, then we can take a small sell and to target the bottom here. That's what we can do. Look for the fourth wave. The last one now is yen. Sorry, I say yen. Pound USD. Pounds USD. For those who trade pounds USD, I haven't been paying attention to that lately. Yeah, pounds USD. So we can see it's also similar. The structure is similar. So you can see the 3-wave, 1, 2, 3. So that's a 3-wave format. So it has actually capped this area. So we should expect that the price going up should not break this area now. It shouldn't break 12782. We shouldn't break that area now before we correct the third wave to the downside. So this is but the day we break here, once you break 12786 to the upside, 1.2786 to the upside, we are bullish. So we have to be very careful. What we want to do is not going to sell to this point or come to this. No. The direction is up now to break the top. But for now, in the moment, you know, in the meantime, we may see 1, 2, 3 of the fourth structure, the second structure, the third structure, and the fourth, the fifth, then we go up. I think we shouldn't take this bottom now. We shouldn't take this bottom. Whatever we do between here and here, we should see this looks big. I think we shouldn't break this bottom. We should be going to the upside. With that, I've come to the end of the weekly update. Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year to follow, you know, in the coming week. Bye.